project today. I have a commission to do a pet portrait, which I love doing. I love animals and love painting pets. So, I'm going to start the record. Today we are listening to Bruce Cockburn, Dancing in the Dragon's Jaws album, and I will start the record right now. What? Oh, I must have a scratch on it. I gotta check out the record real quick, see what the... Oh, I see it. So I just gotta start the record about there. Sorry it's taking so long to start. I'm having trouble with the record, and I have to plug in my computer because it's dying. I'm using it as a reference. There we go. I'm gonna flip this over because apparently something's... Oh, I'm seeing all the scratches now. That's what you get when you buy records from the thrift store. This is one of my favorite artists. Bruce Cockburn has influenced me so much with his music. Motherfucker. Thing's just skipping so much. Gasoline, hitting hungry rainbow, overshine your black tar. Hope is blind as wind, except for when your love breaks in. Near to those who love is given sight, to pierce the wall of seeming night, and know pure beyond all imagining. I'm just gonna try to get a bass down, and then we'll fill it in. This breaking down my door, whoever felt the to love is given here. Too high for the human ear. It's been quite a day for me. I I am getting sick and tired of working a corporate job. And I'm not going to vent too much, but like the stupidity of inefficiency that is working for a corporate organization is just ridiculous. They give you like guidelines, and then when you follow them, they're like, "Oh, well, we don't want you to really follow that because we want you to be faster than that." Well, if I actually did everything that you wanted me to do, it would take 6 times longer than you're anticipating. But then they're like, "Oh, well, you got to do it this way." Well, then I did it that way, and you still didn't, you know, that's not what you wanted. And then they'll, I don't know. Lowe's is such bullshit. I'm gonna tell you that because they have this thing where we're supposed to stock our shelves a certain way in a certain amount of time, but if I did it according to that thing, I wouldn't be able to do it in the 20 minutes that they want me to do. Which is just fucking ridiculous. Like, I worked with my manager today because she was like wondering why it was taking us so long. And me and another coworker worked with her. And she saw us do everything like perfectly how they wanted to. And she saw that we weren't wasting time. We were going as fast as possible. And it still took us an hour. And that was on one of the easier projects. We don't have the proper equipment that, is necessary to actually do the stuff, but then they expect us to have it done miraculously. I don't know. I am very much looking forward to the day when I can just paint for people and do things that are meaningful. I'm not saying that working at a hardware store is not meaningful, but I am saying that working at a corporate hardware store where it's not my passion and it's just a paycheck that I'm trying to make sure that I'm not, out on the street, that, yeah, that's some bullshit. I don't know. I don't want to complain too much because I don't think it really solves anything. But at least it lets some people into the ridiculousness that is this job. And why I'm so bent on making art work for me. And why I'm doing this every day. Trying to do it without fail. Sometimes life gets a little in the way, but I would gladly spend hours and hours painting something that I didn't like. Not that this is something I don't like, but I'd rather do that than work a job that brings no one joy, not even me. Try to go a little bit darker. Maybe I should get in the stripes first. Get just in the basic stuff, the stripes, yeah. Very beautiful cat. I wish I could show you the picture that I'm working from. would be a lot easier though if I didn't have to look back and forth like I am, because my computer's off to the side. Usually I use my phone to do this, but since I'm using my phone to do the live stream now, it's a little bit tougher. I'm having to switch back and forth. Stand in this tunnel waiting for the roaring train and waters. Like kids working out kung fu moves. If you don't wanna be the horses of Prince, you gotta be the hooves. Hear that lonesome violin play. See the notes float up into the overcast. Strange to white birds, they sail on through and soaring free. To incandescent blue. People get ready behind all those rectangles of light. Put on your grin mask, babe, you know we're stepping out tonight, yeah. You hear that sound like hammers only small, it's what the people's heads say when they beat them against the wall. Hear that lonesome violin play. See the notes float up into the overcast and change to white birds as they sail on through, soar away free. Usually I'm a lot more positive on the streams and I feel like I have something more to say, but life has been kind of hard this past month. I'm not afraid to say that. I'm not afraid to tell the truth of my life. I'm not trying to present any, oh, my life is so awesome. Look at me. I'm an amazing artist. I'm just a dude with a paintbrush who really enjoys what he does. Ever needed you, I need you now. Hear that lonesome violin play. See the notes float up into the overcast. Change to white birds as they sail on through and soar away free. I like using just one brush for a while, like a really big brush, even if I'm doing something that's kind of detailed, because I don't know, the more mistakes I make, the more it feels real to me. Because like, especially nowadays with AI art and the way it looks, I don't need to make anything photorealistic. And there's already been people that are like Renaissance level painters. I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to bring something that's authentic and something that feels real. And I like it to be rough. I like there to be something. See, like the world itself is rough. Perfection is only an idea. Because if you break things down into like what it actually looks like, if you go down to the molecular level, everything is chaos. It's not like that, and it's not as perfect as we like to make it. It's a matter of scale. Perfection is just a matter of scale. The further you get away from something, the more perfect it seems. It's like nostalgia. Yep. And it's got another skip on this. But as I was saying, it's a matter of scale. Like nostalgia, things seem awesome when you're far away in time, and then if you were actually right there, though, you'll realize how much it actually sucked. And that's why I like to think of life as an art. Because the further you step away from the shittiness of your life, it becomes a beautiful tapestry. All these, like, because if you look at the back of embroidery, it is a mess of strings. It doesn't look great. You flip it over, stand back, everything blends together, and you see the bigger picture. Literally. I'm just going to put those eyes in now, just because I want to be able to feel the emotion of this cat. The dance flows on. That's why I'm not too concerned about present happiness. My life might feel a certain way right now, but in time, I'll be able to see the beauty of it. I'll be able to see that all the little things that I hated doing, or the things that made my life miserable, were propelling me. Because actually, it's a really good point to think about. Sometimes you need something to be crappy for a while, so that way you rebel against it, and you do what you actually wanted to do in the first place. Because if we become too comfortable, too complacent, we're in danger of staying with things that are not healthy for us or are exploiting us. Like, all capitalism is the exploitation of the laborer, because they would not be able to truly afford to. If they did pay me what I'm worth, they wouldn't be making money, and that's just the nature of the beast. And I call it the beast on purpose. Only where we've been, a faint and fading glow. I'm thankful for the people that have supported me during my struggles, though. I've met some amazing people throughout my life, and they've really been angels to me, and I hope that I've been the same to others. Because we only have a small time here on Earth, and as much as I'm not too attached to trying to be happy, I don't think that we should be spending it in misery. Because that's just foolish. Why should we suffer unnecessarily? I don't mind a little bit of pain, because no pain, no gain, you know? Working out is not fun every time. Sometimes it really sucks. But at least it has a greater purpose. You can eventually learn to enjoy working out. Eventually it starts feeling good. But to suffer for no reason other than to make someone else rich, it's not a life. And I know I'm not alone in feeling this. And I also know that there is a way out. But it takes time and patience. takes a lot of patience. Not everyone's willing to be patient. And sometimes I'm not willing to be patient either. And I try to do stuff that eventually I find, oh crap. Because of my impatience, I just made myself have to wait longer. Oh man, can't believe it's already time. But I'm not going to stop yet because I just got in the groove. Cleaning and dinner can wait an extra 15 minutes. I have important things to do. Art. Art's very important to me because it's something that I can do that brings joy to other people. I love being able to see the faces of people when I give them art and how much, like, the awe that's in their face. How sometimes, like, I've given people pieces of art and they've cried because it's it means so much to them. That's my favorite part about art is it's meaningful. It has emotion behind it. It has the human quality of I don't even know how to describe it. Connectedness. Art connects us to each other. And that's why I like being an artist. I like connecting people with different ideas, different things, connecting them with their pets. Sometimes these pets are no longer with them, and this is a piece of them because, like, it's not like a photo. Anybody can take a photo, but there is emotion and vibration that's in art, like stuff that is handmade, like this, because you know someone took time. They took time out of their day just to bring you some happiness and to acknowledge the fact that we are alive. There's nothing else I'd rather do. And I'm not saying that being an artist is for everyone. We all have things that give our lives meaning. But for me, this is it. Being able to manifest visual images. It just feels right to me. Start going up here now. And this looks rough, but then when I put on the details, it'll look a lot better. That's where a lot of our lives are like. It starts off crude, rough. It looks ugly as all get out when we first start. But then when we take time and add things later on, it all comes together. My favorite thing about painting rather than drawing is I don't like erasing things. I like using my mistakes as features. But with like when you're drawing, if you make a misstep, you have to sometimes you have to erase it because you can't just go over it without it looking like crap. If you keep on going over it, it won't look good. But with paint, you can at least with acrylic, there's more forgiveness. I was talking to my dad, who was an art teacher, earlier today, and I told him that I was doing this as a painting instead of a drawing because I grew up doing mostly drawings, and that's I'm good at drawing, um, but it's not what I like because I like this idea of being able to use something that's clumsy, something I can do wide strokes with. And then dial in the details later. I can do layers. Ogres have layers, onions have layers. If anybody's watched Shrek before. Which, if you haven't, I'm very surprised that you made it this far without watching it. just a little bit more, and then I think I'm gonna have to stop for the day. Yeah, at least I got the lines done, the outline at least, so that way, the guidelines I like to call them, the suggestion lines, and that's what's important for at least right now. Put a little bit more yellow in this. I keep on saying just a little bit longer to myself, but I do think I should break this off very soon. And come back to it tomorrow. It's just really hard to stop once I start hyper focusing. I'm calling it for now. I will see y'all tomorrow. Same time, same channel. And we'll continue working on the first layers of this cat painting, this commission that I'm working on. And I hope to see y'all later. Have a great night.